guess there's only one thing left to do.
What's that?
Win the whole fucking thing. Yeah.
What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Jobu Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work.
Brought back Zeke Elliott after Tony Pollard's departure to Tennessee. They signed all-pro linebacker Eric Kendricks. They lost some O-line vets, took in 3 offensive linemen in the draft to address a void, but again, lose some experience. There are plenty of eyes when Dallas opens up the season on Sunday afternoon in Cleveland against the Browns. Good luck if those rookies are playing against number 95, Myles Garrett.
I'll take Cleveland.
There'll be just as much attention on the broadcast booth as future Hall of Famer Tom Brady will make his TV analyst debut at 4:25 Eastern over on Fox. Week 8 will be fun. Cowboys going west to face the Niners. Dallas has faced San Fran in 2 of the last 3 playoffs. By the way, both of them were losses. And what about Eagles Cowboys? One of the best rivalries in the game, returning in Week 10 at Dallas, and then Week 17 in beautiful South Philadelphia. One of them has claimed the NFC East title in each of the last 3 seasons. The last one to do it is Dallas. So will we see a repeat? We haven't seen in that division in 2 decades. Marcus, as we take a look at Dallas's schedule, what are your expectations for this team who've been very quiet this offseason?
I'm praying to God that they surprise me because the expectations are low. I'm going to be honest, man. Like, this is not grim. I don't think Dallas is going to be a bottom-tier team when we look at the league overall. But when you look at the beginning of their schedule against the Cleveland Browns, we know what that defense is. And if you're in the business of not having a lot of firepower on that side of the football, honestly, coming back for the Dallas Cowboys this year offensively, 2 guys that one guy we know is CeeDee Lamb that you can depend on. Who else? Jake Ferguson emerged last year, had some really good games, and I think he is going to be a model of consistency tight end-wise going forward. But you play the Cleveland Browns. Week 3, you play the Baltimore Ravens. The Giants, obviously, it should be a tough out defensively. Steelers, Lions.
Buddy,
in the
look at that
first
stretch.
6 weeks of the season.
Look at that Week 5 through Week 11 stretch.
And let's not, let's already get this going for the Cowboy fans.
Let's get it going.
I'm not
Let's get it
temper
going.
expectations because y'all don't listen. And I love y'all to death. I live amongst you. But y'all gonna think we go into the playoffs and we gonna shock people and we gonna have a chance to make a run. That's what they think.
The fan base.
The fan base think it. I don't. Because this is not a business where you have to have talent. And when you think about the team, and that's what I keep trying to explain. When you think about Dallas, let's focus on not making moves. That's fine. I focus on teams that make moves. And the teams that made moves over the last 3 to 4 years in this league, it's proved to pay heavy dividends for them in having success.
For some.
I haven't seen a formula yet where you can let talent exit, get none, and expect to have success. No team has done it that we've watched play in the Super Bowl over the last 5 years.
As much as you can, do we think there's a chance Week 1 happens and CeeDee Lamb is not playing?
No, he'll be
I
playing.
was about to say.
You think he'll be playing?
With
There's
a new
not-
deal.
The CBA is set up that a player cannot sit out whether or not they have a deal. CeeDee Lamb is playing Week 1, whether or not he has a new contract.
Isn't the bigger story Dak Prescott's contract if they don't start off low? No. I get that he'll play. It's the pressure and the conversation getting tighter and tighter around everybody,
I don't
right?
think it's any pressure on Dak Prescott.
No.
I think all the pressure in the world on Dallas.
Okay.
What do you mean by that?
Bro, go ahead. What, Chef?
This is how Jerry likes it. He likes to put everybody's back to the wall. Mike McCarthy is in the last year of his deal.
Yeah.
Dak Prescott in the last year of his deal. We're waiting for Micah Parsons and CeeDee Lamb to be paid.
This is the first time, I think, because to your point, Chef, you make a great point. This is the first time where I feel like Dak Prescott back ain't against the wall. He just watched Kirk Cousins get $100 million.
Yeah, he gonna get
guaranteed
paid
from
regardless.
the Atlanta
So you're
Falcons.
saying I got you. I got you.
The value of him on the free market?
Yeah.
Like let's and he's gonna make 50 this year.
55 million.
Like so let's not kid ourselves into thinking Dak Prescott has some insurmountable amount of pressure. We've seen other quarterbacks get paid off of bad seasons and off injury. He's gonna get paid
I
regardless
am not
of
worried
how
about mental pressure. I am worried about the literal pressure on Dak Prescott. We talked about week 1, where potentially 2 rookies starting on this offensive line. We'll see if Tyler Guyton and Cooper Beebe start. I'm also looking at week 3 and 4. You got Justin Madubuike, Dexter Lawrence, arguably 2 of the 5 or 6 best defensive tackles in the NFL.
Graz, let's start with the good.
What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Wow, Sight and Trope, shout out to you, buddy. Forget Stephen Jones. If you're not holding the GM accountable every day like Dak, then you're not a real fan to face fake fans. Shout out to you. Appreciate the super chat. You know what's crazy is this is Memorial Day, and let me say from the bottom of my heart, for all those who are no longer with us, and for those who are, thank you for your service, because without you guys, we wouldn't be the country that we are. And I mean that. Yesterday, during our live stream, we've got Leo Bridgewater. I know a lot of you are just like, oh, man, Leo, man, that dude, man, I'm sick of that guy. But that guy's a real one. He is a veteran who has done a lot to help other veterans. He's created his own strand for veterans with post-stress disorder and things. And he gets a taste of what it's like for me when I go on to the Dan Sileo show, because I get tag teamed and beat down and all that. And he came in here firing. I don't know if he was a little upset about, being Memorial Day and missing a lot of his comrades in arms in things, because there is a lot of stress and stuff on there. But he came in firing all cylinders, and we were firing it all back. But, there's nothing but love for my brother Leo and things. But, it's kind of interesting to me. Shout out to everybody who's already in the place. What's kind of interesting is I've been, you guys know I've been under the weather since I got back from Vermont. And I've done a lot of sleeping, Thursday and Friday, literally just stayed in the bed. Saturday, we came back down here. And I didn't do a whole lot yesterday, but today I started getting back in the swing of things. I've gotten back into keto, and I'm actually feeling a little bit better doing keto, and we'll see if the weight comes off. Probably I'll lose 5 or 6 pounds in the first week, because that's water weight that you lose. And I forgot that today is Monday. We'd gotten some tomato plants and some pepper plants, and I was outside planting that in the garden. I was painting the foundation wall, trying to make the house look really good. And I have my cell phone alarm clock set for 8:50, which is like my 10-minute warning before my live streams. And I've been going all day. I had a tuna fish sandwich to eat, and I had some shrimp that I was peeling because I was going to do a shrimp bowl for dinner. And so I was getting ready to go ahead and, film, cooking the shrimp with garlic butter and chipotle pepper and stuff, and make a nice salad with it and do a video for my other channel on it. And I hear my cell phone go, alarm go off, and I go, oh my God, it's Monday frickin' night. And James, last night I fell asleep, man. We started watching some movies and stuff on TV. I fell asleep on the couch. I woke up about 1:30, and I was like, it's a little too late. So James, my apologies on the fireside chat. I'll make sure I have it tonight. So it was literally 10 minutes before. It was like, oh my God, I got my live stream here, because I forgot it's Monday, because it's been a holiday, and I just kind of lost. Maybe my brain from the cold has been messed up. The Eagles are going undefeated. Okay. Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Okay. Here's where I don't understand. So I'm sitting here listening to that clip that we just had from ESPN, right? And they go through and they say that the Cowboys have not done anything to win. They've let talent go out the door and they haven't replaced them. Marcus Spears says it's been proven that all the teams, and I don't think all of the teams, some of the teams that have gone out and gotten a lot of free agents have won. But the New York Jets, which I don't think have made the playoffs since 2015, 14, they've spent more money over the last 5 years than anybody else in free agency. And they have not made the playoffs. Right behind them is the Washington Commanders. And the only time they won was when everybody else in the division was ass, and they won, 7-9, and won the division. So it doesn't always equate to spending a whole lot of money that you're going to win. The Eagles spent a lot of money last year, and they ended up collapsing as the season went on. So follow me for a second here. So you've gone through and said that the Dallas Cowboys suck. They weren't good enough last year. They've let more talent go, and they haven't replaced them. And then you turn around and say, there's more pressure on the Dallas Cowboys. How is there pressure on the Cowboys if you say they suck? If you say they suck and they haven't done anything to win, then why are the expectations are that you're going to win? You're talking out of both sides of your neck here. Right? Or am I crazy? Excuse me. Am I crazy? How can the Cowboys be expected to win when you say they've done nothing to win? I say there's more pressure on the Eagles, who have gone out there and gotten Saquon, gotten themselves Kellen Moore and everything else, where mark your comment sections and videos. Oh, my God. You ain't lying, Clouds Coffee. It's like if you are an asshole, if you just want to go make a comment to cuss at somebody, just go to Mark Holmes' channel. Because they will go through. And not only that, you should see like some of the troll videos out there with some of these people. It's kind of fun. You know, here's what I find funny is if you actually go through the videos and you look at all the things that they've said about me. You know, for one, they've said that I'm literally close to death for about 3 or 4 years now, that, you know, I'm suffering a heart attack, that I'm having trouble breathing and everything. And then you've got the other ones that literally said that the red brick house is going to collapse, that it's a death trap, it's worthless, it should be bulldozed over. I don't see anybody making those videos saying we were wrong about that place is pretty nice, and that he actually did a good job with it. You know what I'm saying? I don't ever see any of those videos, only just the hate ones, but you are 100% right. There is Roland's Review. What's up, Roland? How are you doing tonight? I'm a little off my game, so forgive me. Let me see what other ladies in the place with the style and grace. Shout out to Roland, who's doing some great work out there. Excuse me. It looks like only Roland's in here tonight. So, how is it we are expected to win when they tell you that they put everybody on the hot seat, that nobody's planned to be back? How are we expected to do anything? Okay, now here's, okay, all right, I fart 3 hardcore. Let me say, I fart, we are hardcore. Eagle fan, I'm going to say, I thought that Dan Saleo and Philly 500 wouldn't profit off of making shit up. I am not hiding from Dan Saleo or Philly 500. I let them know, jackass, that there are people who are out of their home, that I left the state of Virginia to drive all the way to Vermont to help them get back on their feet. Yes. The first house. Oh, you know what? I tell you what, asshole. If you don't like what I have to say, you can kiss my ass. How about that one? Okay? I was gone out of town for a week and a half rebuilding houses, and I will be back, jackass, on Wednesday. Thank you very much. But there's things that are more important than me sitting around for a half hour with Philly 500 and Dan Salio while they're doing a circle jerk when I could actually help somebody else get back into the house. Because I'm going to tell you, jackass, and all of you mother humpers out there that are trolls, that I went up there, led a team of volunteers, teaching them, helping a woman who had been out of her home, sleeping on her mama's floor with her daughter who had Lyme disease, respiratory issues, and her house had been covered with mold and had to be rebuilt. And in the time that we were there, she has now moved back into the house. So, asshole, and I'm referring to you as asshole, I was doing something greater than your entertainment. And if you don't like that, kiss my high yellow ass all damn day. Dan Salio and Philly 500 both knew that. Instead of saying, Mark's out doing something good to help other people while they're sitting on their fat ass doing nothing to help the common man, all they had to do was say, you know, Mark's not going to be here this week and next week. Instead, they decided, hey, let's make fun. He's hiding. Mark, I think Taz is looking for a meetup. Yeah, I got slammed. And you know what? I'm going to make him feel about this big. Because when I go on the show, I'm going to show them, I'm going to say, yes, I was hiding out, helping my fellow man while you were sitting here on your fat ass making fun of me. If you want to make fun of me for helping somebody else, by all means, you are a low-life piece of shit. How about that? And that's all I have to say about that one. And anybody else that wants to come in here and say, you're hiding, you will get the same treatment. You will get blocked. You will get banned. And you can make 50,000 other profiles, and I'll do the same damn thing. Because guess what? I've been here for 8 years. I've been here for 8 years. And I ain't going nowhere. Shout out to Angelica Barone. And there's also Joanne Gonzalez. What's up, JoJo? So, there you have it. Strength Vitamin Man. So, we see, hello, Frank. Have a nice day. Anyway, it's sad. You know what's really sad? Let me go through and here say what's really sad is the fact that somebody hides behind me to try and disrespect me. That's actually the saddest thing. That their life is so pathetic and so unimportant that all they live for is hating. Sight and tropes. Mark, you should be proud of you, GC. You have the ability to make that a reality within the budget. Build America better. Shout out to you, Sight and tropes. Appreciate you. Anyway, we will be seeing Dan and Philly 500 in 48 hours. So we'll take care of that situation then. Ruben Walls in the house. I love weed. What's going on? Curtis, what's going on? Angelica, Joanne. All right, so back to, after being rudely interrupted by assholes, let me focus in on the people. What's up, Ruben S? That are actually here to actually do some real things. Here's where I think it's kind of funny. Because Marcus Spears says the Cowboys didn't replace anybody, that they let talent go. All right, so let me ask this. When the Cowboys let go Michael Gallup, do you look at that and say, my God, that's going to kill the team? Do you honestly look and say, how could we let go Michael Gallup? Do you think we're in a worse situation without Michael Gallup? Doc Walker, former Hog, used to always say, I can lose without you if I lost with you. You know what I'm saying? I don't think we're in a worse situation at wide receiver. In fact, I think we are in a much better situation. If you watched one of my earlier videos today, everybody's been talking about we need to get rid of, or that the Cowboys may cut Brandon Cooks to save some money, that they may trade Brandon Cooks. Here's the thing that's interesting. Through the first 7 games of the season, he averaged 2.4 catches a game and 23 yards. The next 9 games, he averaged 4.1, 54 yards, and 13.5 yards per reception, as opposed to the 9.3 the first 7. I believe the offensive line is probably worse than losing receiver. Yeah, but I've got something on that too. But hold on. Sorry about this cough. I need to grab a cough drop. Brandon Cooks, the way he played the second half of the season, if we can just get what he did the second half of the season for a full season, you're talking about 950 yards. You're talking about 10 TDs. You're talking about a really good number 2. In fact, you're talking about the kind of numbers that Deebo Samuels had last year. If you get the production from CeeDee Lamb, I don't expect him to have a season as good as he had last year because people are going to be double teaming. The people are not going to leave him alone. You're going to see him probably come back down a little bit. But you should see Brandon Cooks go from the 650 yards to about 900 yards to take up that slack. So I look at this and I say, the Cowboys, receiving core-wise, should be better than last year. Michael Gallup was more a hindrance than a help. Jalen Tolbert, Jalen Brooks, and if they do bring in somebody else, the receiving core is actually better. Take care of yourself. Thank you for what you do. Appreciate that, Curtis. Brandon Cooks is a bum like Dak Prescott. Okay, whatever. If you say so, I'll take a bum that throws 36 TDs and 9 interceptions on my team anytime. Just will. Just will. Now, let me show something here. Probably will get copyrighted for this, but our offensive line is going to probably have some problems. Okay? You know, Tyron Smith being replaced, by a rookie may not be as good, right? But here's the thing, as much as you guys want to talk about Dak Prescott, Trey Lance, if I had $1 for every time we heard that somebody else is going to take Dak Prescott's place, remember when we heard Andy Dalton, that there was no drop-off between Andy Dalton and Dak Prescott? Remember that? How'd that work out? But here's what I'm going to say. I want you to take a look at this for a second here. As they talk about, we got Cleveland there. Myles Garrett, incredible pass rusher, incredible defense, right? I want you to look at this for a second here because Chad Hutchinson, he's one of the great young pass rushers, right? And, of course, we had Tyron Smith and we had B.A.M, right? Let's look at this for a second. So I'm looking at Tyron Smith up here on the outside, okay? Right? And I'm looking at B.A.M, who is getting help from Zach Martin, right? Ask me, I'm just checking for a second. Is Tyron Smith beat on this play? Is B.A.M and Zach Martin beat on this play? Right? Let me start it over again. Just take a look. All right?
Now
They did an X stunt in the middle. You got Zach Martin and Biotish on one guy.
third down.
The other man is coming free. They're trying to shed it. Tyron Smith gets
13.
beat. Look at it, gets beat.
Let's come.
And there it is. Dak Prescott should be dead to rights. The garbage-ass quarterback. The garbage-ass quarterback, right? He should be sacked for safety, right? But lo and behold, he's strong enough to stay upright,
Press.
work his way away from the pressure, keep his eyes downfield,
Get out of the
right?
end zone.
And throw over a man that's coming at him
Now airs it out for Lamb. He's got it.
47 yards downfield and hits CeeDee Lamb. Pure luck. Pure luck. There's a misconception that Dak Prescott has got this great pocket and great blocking offensive line. Take a look at the numbers for our running game. Okay. All right. Whatever. Okay. All right. Well, here's the thing. Let's go back. I don't have the other angle. But look.
Now third down and 13.
You got pressure in his face.
Let's come.
He does. He ducks under. Has he not? If he doesn't duck under, he's gone. He's gone. He ducks under, gets the ball, steps away from him, and then steps around.
Press.
Come on, man. You literally cannot give him credit on this. You literally come on, people. A 97-yard touchdown play. Come on, man. Okay. See, that's where it doesn't matter what I say. Okay, let me just stop. It doesn't matter than what I say. If you cannot give him credit on that one, I can give Jalen Hurts credit when credit is due. I can give anybody credit where credit is due. Zoom in. I'm so sorry to hear that. Sorry for your loss. Alan Williams. What happened with Alan? Right. So, no matter. So Dak Prescott lucked into 36 TD passes this year. Is that what we literally are saying? That Dak Prescott, who is, I think, 41 TDs and 4,400 yards from the Cowboys' all-time records, that he literally has lucked into almost 30,000 yards passing and almost the Cowboys' touchdown passes by luck? Seriously? Seriously? Wow. Dak beat up the preschoolers. You mean the Detroit Lions that went to the NFC Championship game? So wait a minute. Let me be clear here. So you're saying that the Detroit Lions, who are one of the teams that are favorite this year, that played in the NFC Championship game, that they're preschoolers now? Okay. Got it. Oh, Alan, yes. Yeah, Alan lost a was that last? It was 2 weeks ago, wasn't it, Alan? You didn't lose anybody else, right? Yeah. Definitely sending thoughts and prayers to you, buddy. Oh, the Lions felt okay. Well, I'm going to tell you one thing. Their fans seemed awful salty to me when I was in Detroit. They were hating my ass. Just saying. Just saying. They were hating my ass and pissed off about the Dallas Cowboys. Yeah, it was 2 weeks ago. Check the message mark I sent Dallas Cowboys. It's a party now. Walker Wade's in the house. Well, here's what I'm going to say then. I'm actually happy that all of you guys, was that the message sent like 1 o'clock last night about Troy Aikman left because the front office basically didn't get it, or he retired? Which is true. And this is where we kind of have to look at it and say, how the hell do we expect them to do anything when they're not doing anything extra? But I believe that they have some players that are going to do some things. Having a quarterback who's a veteran, who understands the pressure. Having actually a running back who is actually good at blocking, in Zeke Elliott. Zeke Elliott is going to be able to help Guyton out on that rush. He's going to help slow down a Myles Garrett. Having a CeeDee Lamb, who may be motivated to get paid if the Cowboys don't pay him, and having a Brandon Cooks in the slot, and some young players like Jalen Tolbert, who may want to try and make this name for themselves, and also a Jake Ferguson, who might step into being one of the better tight ends in football. I don't look at this offense and say it's bad. Mike Tyke, so suddenly we're not real fans because we are tired of Dak. What the hell? Well, maybe we're tired of some. You know what? I'm sitting here in my mind. I tell you what. Again, this is going to be the night that I end up getting probably. This will all get copyrighted tonight. Let me change camera angles. Maybe if I have it back here far enough, it won't be quite as bad. But I'm sitting here. Somebody posted on Twitter earlier today. And, you know, we can kill Dak. I'm not going to say Dak's perfect. But we have to also recognize that we need everybody, all hands on deck. San Francisco going against Kansas City in the Super Bowl. Their linebackers played outstanding. They went toe for toe with Kansas City. Everybody played great on that game, okay? Their defensive line, their linebackers, their cornerbacks, their offense, everybody played great, and it still wasn't enough to win. You understand that, right? Same thing with the Eagles. Everybody played great. But Goat God, okay, I don't know if he follows me or not, he was posting on Twitter because he was going through, and it was murder watching all of this because I'm just literally just watching how everybody just ran roughshod on us. It didn't matter if it was the Rams when we played in the playoffs between Gurley and Anderson, where they rushed for like 160 yards, whether it was Deebo Samuels, whether it was Aaron Jones. We need Dak to play better, no turnovers. We need a running game, which is we haven't really had in the losses. And we need the defense to step up too. Watch. I'm going to let this play in the background. I'm going to let this play in the background and hopefully you guys can see it. But I want you to just think about this for a second. This is playoff football. And this is the whole team ain't playing worth shit. Deebo's show was, look at this. You guys see this? If you're going to kill the quarterback, kill everybody. Kill CeeDee Lamb for dropping his first 2 catches. Kill dumb penalties, lining up offsides. Look at this shit. Kill the defense for literally. Are you looking for some Eagles golden era? The thing I find funny about you jackasses is how you guys think you are the anointed ones, that you're all great. Bro, you in the same freaking house as we are. Your coach is on the hot seat just like mine is. Your quarterback, who Dan Saleo even says is only the 14th ranked quarterback out there. Okay? You got some pressure on you guys to think that y'all are great. You know what's kind of funny about how good you guys say you are? Do you know the last time you actually swept the Dallas Cowboys? I believe it wasn't since 2011. Yeah, we've been a bad team. We've sucked. We sucked. I ain't gonna lie. We ain't had that success. But guess what? If you're so great, how come you can't even sweep the Cowboys? So for you jackasses coming in here thinking that you're all high and mighty and that you're better than me, you ain't better than me, bro. You ain't better than me. You got one ring. One freaking ring. The Commanders got 3. The Giants got 4. And we got 5. Bro, you're still a disgrace to the NFC East, bro. A disgrace. And for you trying to say it's been 30 years. Bro, how many years did it take y'all to finally win 1? And it might be another 50 before you win a second. So those who live in glass houses shouldn't be casting the stones. One turnover was a pick 6, and the other had the Packers in the red zone. And guess what? Pat Mahomes, down 10-0, throws a bad interception and almost gets it turned over in the red zone. And guess what? His defense stepped up and stopped him. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people don't play perfect. Joe Montana had bad passes and interceptions too. Troy Aikman had bad games as well. But that's when your defense helps you out. That's when your running game helps you out. You can't, because I sit here and I think about those San Francisco games where our lead back is rushing for less than 30. Oh, my God. They double moonwalked me. Oh, you mean because I wasn't there? Okay. All right. So I'm out helping others, and they double moonwalked me because I wasn't there. Okay. We had a chance to beat San Francisco, but Dak went 3 and out. Yeah. And our defense didn't stop him. Also, we had the opportunity that had Randy Gregory not tackled an offensive lineman out of anger, that we would have gotten the ball back with more time to maybe score the touchdown and not run out the clock. All these things matter because here's the difference. Okay, I want you to understand something here. San Francisco should have been Super Bowl champions. They did everything right all season. They picked the right players. They had the right plays, right? They had more talent than everybody else, right? Only one thing prevented them from winning the Super Bowl, guys. And that was not knowing the rules of overtime. The change in the rule. They gave the ball away. That was the difference between winning and losing the Super Bowl. Just one thing, one little minor thing. They were damn near perfect on everything. The Eagles the year before, they were damn near perfect except for a Jalen Hurts fumble. Everything they did was just about perfect, and they lost. So if we can't run the football, which we have not been able to do in the playoffs, people don't seem to understand that. You look at Zeke Elliott, rookie year, 125 yards against Aaron Rodgers. We go toe for toe. We should have won that game. But after that, Zeke Elliott in the playoffs, San Francisco game, 26, 27 yards. No running game. And we're putting it all on the quarterback. We're not looking and saying, we couldn't run the football. We're not looking and saying, maybe we should do more 12 personnel, Kellen Moore. We're not looking at the defense is letting Debo run roughshod over him. I agree. It'd been great if Dak Prescott could have overcome all of these things, as well as himself. But in football, in playoff time, it doesn't work that way, y'all. It doesn't. Kyle, no doubt, but we can admit that. Dak Prescott will never win an NFC championship game. Well, I look at somebody like, say, Matthew Stafford, who never won a playoff game with the Detroit Lions. He went to a team that was actually loaded and won a Super Bowl. So I'm not going to go there with that one. I can go ahead and I can say Steve Young looked like ass when he was at Tampa Bay. He goes to San Francisco, becomes a Hall of Famer. So saying that he will never win, he's got the tools. But there's no player out there that's winning Super Bowls without a team around him. Aaron Rodgers has won 3 MVPs, none of which were seasons that he won the Super Bowl. So how do you explain that one? So Matthew Stafford has superior arm talent than Dak. Then how come Dak had more TD passes than him last year? How come he had less interceptions than him last year? I'm asking for a friend, bro. I'm asking. Dak Prescott's going to win the Super Bowl. 13 straight wins at home and lose to a 7 seed. I can say they were overconfident. And I'll say, how about the Eagles? 10-1, number 1 seed locked up, and go 6-7. That's a choke too. Content M, respond to my comments. I'm sorry, Content. The trolls have taken over the chat, so it's just like flying through here right now. Getting to the Super Bowl and winning it doesn't mean teams are 50-50 balanced, does it? Going to the Super Bowl and winning it doesn't mean teams are 50-50 balanced. Not always balanced, no, but for the most part, you never see a team with a great offense and a terrible defense. The only time you could say that happened was Peyton Manning's Colts defense, which was like in the upper 20s. But for some reason, when the playoffs happened, that defense turned things around and they were playing lights out. But typically, you have a balanced team. A team that can run the football, pass the football. You know, as great as Pat Mahomes was this year, without Pacheco and that defense, they're not winning the Super Bowl this year. You can call me a liar, an idiot, don't know what I'm talking about. You can say I'm an idiot that anybody who can put a camera in front of them and call themselves media or whatever, that's fine. But the reality is if you don't recognize that Pat Mahomes is an incredible quarterback, you got to have a great quarterback. But you can't just rely only on the quarterback. We should tell you that you have y'all's division and y'all embarrass the division. Dak Prescott is a rent-a quarterback. Okay. Kind of expensive rental, but okay. Dak Prescott dollar menu. Need healthy linebackers. You need linebackers. Yeah, we definitely do. Still better than Chicken Bone Romo. Wow. Aikman has nothing on Dak. Okay. Twig Romo. Man, you guys are ugly tonight, man. Bang, bang, Philadelphia. And I said, history says Cowboys choked last 30 years, but Cowboys fans should be worried it's a collapse for you. Okay. The Chiefs also would have lost to the Eagles if it weren't for the fumble return TD. You're right about that. And that's where you look at it and say, sometimes you got to have things go your way. And it seems like we always have everything go against us. Walker Wade, you say he still has time to get it done? Oh, my God. Walker, you know, you kind of roll one way and the other. But unlike the trolls, the haters, the doubters, I actually believe that the Cowboys are going to be a good team this year. And I'm happy that the spotlight is off of them. I'm okay with that. I am really okay with that. Dallas Cowboys going to be no, I'm not going to say they're going to be 13-0. Snapped like a chicken bone. Oh, man. Titan tropes. That's kind of cold there, bro. KC, I try to, not to be nasty, bro. We all love football at the end of the day. Here he's trying to sell BS again. You know, this is the perfect day to say this. This is the perfect day to say this. On Memorial Day, a day that we honor all of those incredible individuals who have sacrificed for us to be free, to be Americans where we have choices on what we do and how we spend our time. And if you don't like my opinion, my style, my liking Dak Prescott, me having a positive outlook, those veterans, those who have made the ultimate sacrifice, did that. So you have the choice to go to one of the other 50 million YouTube channels out there. Nobody says that any of you are forced to watch this. You have the freedom of choice. I'm happy that people like to watch. I'm happy that people are here. I'm so happy for people like Alan Williams and Crazy Corvette and Joanne Gonzalez and Tay Cowboy in the house. But you can go to another channel. It's not an edict that you have to watch Mark Holmes. I'm in a Corvette club, and that's packed with military vets. Shout out to you, Crazy Corvette. I'm thankful for you too, Mark. Yeah, they wouldn't take me because I had flat feet and a bad knee. They were like, nah, bro, your shit's fucked up. Did I get triggered, big boy? No, not at all. Dak was only a fourth-round quarterback because of his DUI senior year. He was projected to... No, he was not. No, Corvette. No. Dak was not. No. He was not. He was so far down the list, he basically got a paragraph. Walter Football Report. It was... This is how crazy it is. So, no, Dak was not projected to be anything. Carson Wentz was projected to be the top. Wentz is probably going to be the second quarterback selected in the 2016 draft, blah, blah, blah. Jared Goff will probably be number one. Jared Goff ranked as a number 2. Paxton Lynch was the number 3, projected first round. Connor Cook, projected rounds 1 to 3, was the number 4. Both of which, Connor Cook and Paxton Lynch were teams that you wanted. Randy is doing better. He's being transferred to another facility where they're going to be working on his motor skills and things that are a little bit closer to home. Christian Hackensberg was projected to be a 1 through 3, was the number 5. And Carnell Jones was projected to be a 2nd to 3rd rounder, was number 7. Jacoby Brissett, 3rd to 5th round. Kevin Hogan. Brandon Allen. Hold it. I must have missed Dak. Hold on. Wait. I think Dak was just before Carnell Jones. Oh, here we go. They had Dak as 6, 2nd to 3rd round. So there you have it. He wasn't projected to be one of the top guys. He was the 6th rated, and that's the Walter one. Some of them have him even further back. You know, they had Carnell Jones and stuff in front of him. But, you know, that's neither here nor there now. Dak is going to be a Super Bowl MVP. I hope he is. Troy is definitely doing better, too. Is Troy in the house, too, tonight? I just had a hiccup. I've had a hiccup. I've had some coughs. I've had some anger issues. Eagles golden era, bro. Your whole O-line is getting eaten alive, even having, I'm honestly going to say I think the Eagles are actually going to have a bad season. I think their defense is going to do them in. They're going to have to outscore everybody, and I'm not sold on Kellen Moore. You can call me an idiot. You can say I don't know what I'm talking about. That's fine. But I kind of said that last year. I said last year, as far as the Eagles went, the change of having 2 new coordinators was going to hurt them. It looks like I was right last year. I said the Eagles were going to have problems with their coordinators. Changing 2 coordinators, I said last year, was going to hurt the Eagles. Did I miss them being in the Super Bowl like everybody forecasted? Okay. So I know you Eagles fans are more delusional than us Cowboy fans. I think the Cowboys are going to be 11-7. I'm sorry, 11-6. Maybe 12-5 again. I do. I honestly do. And you can call me crazy. And we'll see where we are. I've said that for the last 3 years, and I've been right. How about that? Jeff Lee in the house. What's going on, Jeff? Eagles got a tough schedule this year, and they ain't better than the Lions and Packers. Boy, you on that cough syrup. No, actually, I need to get the cough syrup. And unfortunately, I only have NyQuil. And if I take the NyQuil, I'm going to pass the heck out. We're more delusional. That's comedy gold. Kellen Moore has been amazing without Dak so far. Okay, yeah, hasn't he? Didn't he do wonders with the Chargers last year? I did. And you can look at it and say he's working that way there. He's still rebuilding it. His Packer team that won the Super Bowl was 10-6. They were number 3 in defense, and I want to say number 8 in offense. You thought you were wrong. No. No, Lou. No. Actually, Lou, I was saying I was right because if you remember, they kept saying, oh, my God, the Eagles, they're battle-tested. They keep, having to fight these games out and everything else, and they're finding ways to win. And I'm like, they ain't going to be able to keep this shit up. Because you were struggling against the Washingtons and the Giants and everything else. Every week was a dogfight. And then finally, when you got to the softer part of the schedule, you folded. I'm sorry, bro. If you think that last year that you guys were great, you weren't. You were not. And now you lost Fletcher Cox. You lost Kelsey. The tush push ain't going to do it. And Kellen Moore is going to be ass. I got 2 new members tonight, and I missed that. Hold up. Shout out to the new members. Note for channel members, my lovely bride, Tracy, is doing a new channel member site, and we'll be posting, and hopefully in the next week, in the community tab, the link for you guys that are channel members, because we're going to be doing more things for you guys. We're going to be doing custom shirts for the tailgate members and things like that. So I'll let you guys know, but keep looking in the community tab for channel members. I appreciate all of you guys that are here and helping support the channel. And a couple of notes. For you Eagle fans who think I'm hiding, when I go on with Dan Salio on Wednesday in Philly 500, I'm putting out the challenge to both of them since it's not Christmas time and Philly 500 won't say I can't go because of my kids and Christmas. And since it's halfway to Cali where both of those guys reside, that I'm challenging them both to meet me in Dallas November 10th the rumble in the jungle, okay? The Cowboys versus the Eagles. And we go to the game and we watch it together. Now, you can take that to Dan Salio tomorrow, okay? You can take that to Dan. You can tell Dan I said, kiss my ass, I ain't hiding, and I'm coming with fire, okay? I'm coming with fire on Wednesday. Kellen Moore, 100 rush yards, tush push plan. Eagles still suck and will forever. Saquon Barkley wasted his prime years in New York. Y'all content list on Dak Prescott, Cowboys starring Dak Prescott. Thank you, Joanne Gonzalez, okay? Frito, you take it Wednesday. I'll be there. Yeah. No, seriously. We're going to have a rumble down there. I'm going to have my friends down there in Dallas. And we'll see who's going to be hiding. Philly 500 will come up with an excuse why he can't go. Oh no, I can't go. Oh, no, bro. No. I've tried to get you to go to Philly and meet you there, and you keep turning me down. You keep turning me down. Oh, man, that's on the East Coast, man. I'm on the West Coast. Really? So, wait a minute. You're an Eagle fan on the West Coast? And you talk about us being bandwagon fans? They won't go, Mark. It will be chicken shit. Well, we'll see. Zeke Elliott always performed better than Saquon versus Giants games. I'll go. Oh, my God. Another note, too, is I believe at the moment, I wish the Cowboys would let us know when training camp is going to be so I can start making my plans for that. Because I believe we're going to be at training camp, hopefully when they have the first padded practices for a few days to get everything kind of started as well. So we're going to have a very action-packed season this year. We're going to be doing a whole lot of stuff. We should have got Henry and another wide receiver and linebacker. Content M, that would be great. If they had, then you would have to say there should be expectations for the Dallas Cowboys to do something, but they didn't, so we're kind of right there. CD will want some smoke with Jerry. Be like the Joneses and do it for the rating and the money. Okay. I hear you on that one. All right, so we're getting ready to roll up out of here. We got 3 more minutes, and I still at least have some of my voice. My takeaways. Cloud's Coffee. Leroy passed away. Oh, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry, not Leroy. Jeez. Leroy is with his mommy. Jeez, let me not say that. Jeez. So they're thinking about Simba and Roscoe. Leroy's with his mama, my daughter. And he actually had eye surgery, so he's getting up there too. That's a dub versus Texans. Marks feel better. Thank you, Tay. Actually, today I am feeling a whole lot better. I think I got a little over-exuberant here, and it just kind of irritated my throat. Jebba, how do we get some shirts? This is Cosmo from South Carolina. We're working on, okay, I tell you what. You can email me, cowboysmark94@gmail. But we also have my site right now, cowboyjoeboo.com, which has some of the stuff on there. But my wife is building actually a new website. And so if you've seen some of the shirts like the Cowboys Mafia or some of the other ones that you want, just email me and we can get you squared away on there before that's done. Daily reminder, okay. Mark, drink some tea with honey. There you go. I will definitely do that. And I'll slap some rum in it, too. Actually, you know what? What I need to do is take some of that delicious maple syrup. Take some of that, because they say it has antioxidants in it. Take a couple of shots of maple syrup. Sleeping on Washington, Mark? Well, Washington might do better than the Eagles this year. Okay, Cowboys. Cowboys, I tell you what. I'll see you later, bro. Okay? How about that one? Now, moving right along. Delusional, haha. All right, good people. I'm going to go take care of this voice, and I will see you guys a little bit later. And since Philly 500 and Dan Salio have been shitting on me, this is for that.
Disrespected yet? Does this defense have any heart?
No, they suck. I've been telling you all season, Philly.
Shit on you. They've shit on you. Don't you hear me, Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter? Like, they shit on you. They've shit on you. They have shit on you. Don't you hear me, Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter? It's like, they shit on you. Kill them.
Oh, my goodness. Did he say they cock